Good evening. How are you guys? Who's ever here? I know this is a little uh, late announcement and not a typical night that I stream, but I figured I had some time. Mrs. Legs is tutoring tonight. That's what she does, and so I was free, and I figured, why not do an impromptu live stream? Um, Hey Peter, how you doing? Um, I got your emails. Haven't had a chance to respond. What do you have on wrist tonight? Would love to know. Um, Hi Nick, how are you? Thanks for coming by. I wanted to do something the next couple nights. Tomorrow I have my regular live stream, and I'll have it, with the guys discussing topics. And then on Saturday, I'm gonna have during the day at 4 p.m. Eastern. Wolfgang Heinrich of Heinrich Watch, a Kickstarter campaign that a German watch. He's in Germany, and so he actually has a really good looking watch. And actually, it was the first time I ever participated in a Kickstarter. So, and he's been very open to communication, with a lot of the people who are involved with that Kickstarting. So I've been in contact with him back and forth for a few months now, just talking, and we have the same taste in a lot of the music or in music. So, I just threw it out there. I was like, why don't you come on? It's not like my channel's a huge channel, right? But he was like, sure, he's going to come on. So we're going to talk about that. So I wanted to get this opportunity to have this, more of an intimate, chat with you guys. Let's say hello to some people who are here. And I said hello to Nick. No problem. He spent 2 hours touching the watch box. I heard about that. I didn't jump on because whenever that is, it's right at the time where we feed the kids and we bring them to bed and whatnot. Jason, how are you? Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it. Jeff, Ep, what's up? What's up? What's up, man? Just such us. How you doing? Um, Ken, Bruce, thanks for stopping in. Keith, Keith is here. Jeff, what's up, my man? Um, and Ken already said hello to you. So, what are you guys watching wearing on wrist now? I'm wearing the Zin 856. Oh, I'm sorry, 857 UTC. And man, I love this watch. It was in my radar for this year. I've if I haven't mentioned it already, if you guys haven't heard me say it, and let's a couple more people have joined. Hey, Riss Royce, how you doing, man? Um, Big Riss, what's up? Desmond, what's up, man? How you doing? Hopefully you got that package I sent to you. I think I sent that last week. Um, Random Rob, what's up? How you doing, sir? Ben wearing the 104, very nice. Um, yeah, just wearing that BB58 that he just picked up. Excellent. Tennessee Mike, thank you so much, guys, for coming in the last minute here. Um, so I have this watch here. It was sent in by a subscriber and a fellow member of Random Rob's Discord group, and we're working out a deal. I'm going to end up buying it, and as I was saying, I'm trying to focus this year more into with my channel with the focus of German watches. It's something that I'm really interested in. Now I know that I'm not sure if I'll be able to keep it up during the whole year of getting German watches in for review and topics to talk about. So there will be some other watches, other brands sparingly, other reviews and whatnot. This is a review channel and a topic channel, so we'll be hitting on some of those topics as well. But like I said, I wanted to focus more on German watches, and so I'm looking to pick up a U50. But the reason why I kind of like wanted to have this impromptu conversation is I've been thinking a lot about If you guys know Pete from Not So Obvious Watches, about a month ago, he came out with a video, and I'm going to paraphrase it, and I'm probably not going to get it all the information right, but he was talking about how small collections are stupid, right? And he admits in the in the video that that's very clickbaity, but this whole notion of paring down the collection to three five watches, one watch, like one versatile watch, like he says it's kind of like crazy, it's nonsense. And then he came on a stream that Amin had that I was on, and he was talking about how you know that versatile watches, and maybe I'm not getting this right or not, but like the one watch, the versatile watch is a watch that maybe does a couple things good, but it's not great. And having too many of those in the collection is not necessarily a good thing. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about like what I was going through at the end of last year when I was paring down my collection because I wanted to get a Grail and had too many watches, and now the collection kind of swelled up again, and so I go through these ebbs and flows, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about, and so my collection was ramping up again, and I've sold a couple of pieces because I really want to focus on you know um, German watches and German watch collecting. So I'm trying to pick up more pieces, and then the U50 is something of a target of mine. Speaking of German watches, Rob, I just bought a nice like a limited edition. I will share with you. Awesome. Yeah, I would love to see that watch, man. You know, Mako's another great German brand. Um, Riss Ross, I was a big fan of the Philosophy Forum, Pete. Yeah. Yep. Oh, good point here. So Six Killer. Oh my God, Jason from Houdinki. Right. So Jason, designer Atelier was featured in one of those Houdinki shorts. So if you haven't checked it out, his relationship with his Speedmaster, it's a really great story. So please go if you're not subscribed to Jason's channel, Design Atelier. I think most of us are here anyway, are subscribed. Please check it out. Um, yeah, too many watches. I don't understand. Yeah. Um, so I'm a collector. You know what I mean? Like, or I'm a hoarder. Of watches. Not many other things. Like I really. I mean, I collect New Orleans jazz posters. I collect. I collect those posters every year, and some of them, have crept up and are worth a little bit more than what I bought. But other than that, I collected baseball cards. I collected coins a little bit. I have a buddy of mine who is a big coin dealer, big time coin dealer, and he's got actually a cable show. So if you have DirecTV and you stumble by like Rick Tomasco's coin show, he's not Rick. My buddy's not Rick. My buddy's Jack, his partner, and you'll often see Jack on there, but he does a lot of the buying. But for the last couple of years, it's been watch collecting, and I get through these points in time where I just want to I feel like anxiety about having too many watches, and then rid of them, and then I want them again. So going and Jason's saying get a glass shoot, yeah, definitely. One day maybe part of the picture. Um, so I get to this video that Pete puts out really like is starting to hit home with me even more and more that I think about it. And maybe I don't get his message entirely right, but it's got me thinking about things and how like paring down and getting that one watch, let's say, right, that is versatile, that can do anything, is something that doesn't really appeal to me. Now that I think about it, like when this watch has really made me rethink things lately, and I'll show it to you guys again. Now it's not a dress watch, right? It is a UTC, a travel watch with a timing bezel around it, and it's 43 millimeters case diameter. It's tegmented. It's got all the great Zen technology, and I'm not going to wear this. I mean, I'll wear this anytime, right? But I mean, like in theoretically, I mean, or traditionally, that this wouldn't be a dress watch. And so, you know, I think I'm going towards like buying certain watches, specific watches that do specific things. Like I have a chronograph, the and then now there's a Damasco chronograph that's looking really good to me. I have dive watches. I have yeah, that's pretty much it. Dive watches, this watch, and a chrono, and I'm really happy with that, right? Um, I, I had a couple of G-Shocks, and those are great too. Um, but I'm happy with what I have, and most of those watches I'm not going to get rid of that I have right now. The automatics. I'm not going to get rid of the Panerai. I'm not going to get rid of the Girard Perregaux. I'm not going to get rid of the Tudor Black Bay. I have the Guino. I like that a lot. This one is going to be mine. I'm really excited about finding that U50 and adding that to the collection because the U50 or the U series, well, the U1 and the U50 had those Lego style hands, right? And when I first saw them, I hated them, just like I hated the Tudor Black Bay or the snowflake hands, right? And so, yeah, now I want now I want a U50. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's going to be um, a great dive watch to pair up with my Black Bay. So I'm very very excited about that. Let's jump here into the chat. Bobby Legs, I can send a Stova Pro Diver White your way. Yeah, man, let's do it. Let's connect. We'll love to get that in and check it out. I really really appreciate it. It's because of guys like you that help me create contact for everyone else, and I hope you guys are into that. You like that. Wolfgang, one watch does not work. See Gnome says it. I saw that. I saw that today. I saw your Facebook post. That was great. Jeff, I collected quite a few things. Yeah, I know, Jeff. Yep. Watches are just part of it. I like it. I enjoy the hunt, the search, and for the next G-Shocks don't count, so I'm good. Yeah. Well, you and I have been loading up on G-Shocks, although I've been pulling back a little bit. But you're strong. I agree. Great sin. Oh, thanks. Yep. Um, for life, yeah. Try them all. Yeah, yeah. Um, buy that one from Riley. The 104. Rob, I think you're talking about the 104. Yeah, I mean, like, I just if that's what you're talking about, it is tempting, especially with that matte case. I mean, the bead ballistic case. But yeah, yeah, I think I want that U50 first. I want to hit that. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to end up buying that new and then waiting for it, or if I'm gonna have to, try to see if I can find it in the secondary market. I know Pete from Chilling with Watches had his for sale a couple of months ago, and I wish I was in that mind frame back then. Um, but uh, but yeah, I mean, U50 is a target for sure. Um, let's see here. Anybody else here? Middle fingers anywhere? I guess I don't know. I missed out. Minecraft hands. Uh, What's up, young XLNC? Hey, all, cheers from Atlantic, Canada, and enjoy the stream, boy. Thanks, man. I really, really appreciate it. Ooh, yeah, yeah, okay. I mean, like, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him, and see what he says. Yeah, if it's a titanium, I think his was it on a rubber case? I'm looking for not titanium. I'm looking for the Tegamented. So I know they have a stainless steel version. So I'll reach out to him. Yeah, I'll reach out to him. Jason's saying I want a new watch, but I'm saving money for my job hunting on February. So it looks like are you changing jobs, Jason? And you want to have some dough in the bank just in case? Yeah, let us know. So that's been on my mind a lot lately, guys. I think I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna be one of these guys that's just gonna go through these points in time where I'm gonna want to like purge the collection, with the delusion that um, that I can get down to a few watches and then ramp it back up again. and not having learned that lesson. I haven't learned that lesson, but maybe, I need to do these kind of things because I need to find the right watches that I want to keep in my collection. And I think I have been doing that. You know what I mean? Like I know that I was keeping the GP and the Panerai because of some connection that I have with them, personal stories and whatnot. And the Black Bay 58, because I love that watch. The Guinot was on the chopping block, but now it's not. You know, I had to get rid of some other watches to really appreciate that watch. And I tried to sell it, and I found a couple of buyers, and then a couple people came up to me afterwards, and then I told them that it wasn't for sale, but I'm gonna keep that one. Hey Nilo, talking about that 857 UTC has done a lot of thinking about collecting in general lately for me. So I love the watch, and yeah, yeah, I keep on wearing it, as you see. Can't get it off wrist. And Nilo's wearing his 856 I. Awesome, awesome. I had the 856 UTC, and I had that twice, and I sold it, the 857, it's its bigger brother, right? Because it has the bezel, and so I like the fact that I had that extra feature with the timing, because I really do use that timing bezel. I really do. I use it a lot, even though I have the phone that has an alarm and a stop clock, or the microwave with the timer right above the stove. But I use this all the time. I use the timer all the time, so it's very, very useful for me, and dive watches in general. Even though I don't dive. Uh, Lyndon saying he's ended up trading his BB41 for an MM300, just like divers better. Yeah, yeah. I want to not like divers so much. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like my collection is half my collection is divers, and I don't know. I should just stop fighting it. If that's what I like, that's what I like. You know what I mean? Like I want diversity. I think I want diversity, and I do have some diversity in my collection. I'm still not there yet, but I can't seem to get away from divers. A good-looking diver always pulls me in. Why is that? You know? Um, yeah, it's crazy. Thanks, Ken. Yeah, let's get some more likes. uh, yeah, Neil, you use the bezel a lot too. Yeah, me too, man. Yeah. Um, Jeff saying, I know it takes time, but I'm having trouble selling yeah, Carl Booger. Yeah, we've talked about this a lot, Jeff. It's discouraging and doesn't make me want to sell anything. Maybe my price is off. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, some brands are just tough, you know. They're just tough sells. I mean, cool watch, but yeah, you may have to. Selling is tough. Selling is hard, man, because if you get a crappy buyer, or and most buyers that I've experienced selling to have been great. You know, maybe one or two have been a little much. But I've been in general lucky. But I can see what dealing with why selling could be a really painful experience at times. Wolfgang, what's an MM300? It's a Seiko. Oh yeah, here you go. Linda said Seiko Marine Master. Yeah. So Wolfgang, let me see. Take your. Look, Slicey. The tree, my wife loves to hold on to Christmas as long as she can, and you know what, this thing, it hasn't shed a needle yet. I mean, it's not even shedding any needles. So the kids still love it. We'll keep it up for a little, a little while. Oh man, love that new hinder that you picked up, by the way. Awesome hinder. um hey Dirk, how are you? Dirk also has picked up a hinder that I really like. I think hinder. I think that's going to be. Hey Joe, what's up, man? I think a Hinderer, and a Chris Reeves are going to be my next knife pickups. Although I'm trying to like temper this budding knife addiction that I have. Um, so let's see here. I'm gonna pull up that Seiko Marine Master for you, Wolfgang. Um, let's see here. Let's get some images here, and let me see here. I'll pick a. I mean, this is probably not going to be the best picture. I'm just kind of doing this last second. Um, but here you go. And let me see here. Yeah. So this is what it looks like. I mean, it's a great looking watch. Don't get me wrong. It's a great looking watch. Um, but that's basically what you're getting. Um, yeah, hinders multiple. Yeah, I could see that, man. Oh man, I could see that. Jeff, thanks. In solidarity, our trees are up. I appreciate it. Um, Dirk is agreeing with Slicey on that one. uh, yeah. So German watches this year, more of them in on the radar. The U50, like I said, I really like that Damasco um, D C 56. Let me see if I could pull up a picture of that for you guys. Um, I I was talking about this on Amon's stream the other day. Joseph was on there. He's on the chat today, or he was. Um, and talking about the Zenith. I had mentioned the Zenith chronograph, and he was thinking about picking one of those up. And I just couldn't connect as well as I wanted to with the Zenith, and and because it was a little small, um, and it felt dressy, and I just didn't have an opportunity to wear it. So I didn't think I was a chronograph guy, right? Until I got the Guinot, which looks like the Zin 103, and it has that black timing bezel on it. It just looked a little bit more rugged, and so I think I could do chronographs. And so like this one right here, this Damasco 56, the technology on this is that it had the ice hardened case and bracelet. It's got a Valjoux 7750 on it. It's just a great looking watch, 40 millimeter case diameter. I believe it's like a 47, 48 millimeter lug to lug. So this is in my sweet spot, and so I really like this watch. So this watch is also going to be on my radar. I'm going to wait secondary market to get that as well. I don't want to. I don't know. Buying new. There's not too many watches that I think I need to buy new. You know, buy slightly used, and if you could trust a buyer, it should be a great experience. Um, so did you mention tonight's episode sponsored by CeraVe hand cream? So no, not CeraVe hand cream. It is Pure Haven. Pure Haven hand cream. Oh man, the comments about my fingers, guys. You got me hooked on German watches. Yeah, Peter. I mean, I just find great value. I mean, I just find great value in them. You know, um, espe- I mean, hey, Engineer Robbie, especially. Well, I mean, maybe not so much like it was like last year when before Zin raised some of their pricing. I mean, like they were just knocking it out of the park. I felt. Um, but now they credit the pricing, but I still find great value in Zen. I find really great value in Damasco. Such great watches. They wear well, and you know you get a lot for what you pay for. I feel. You know, um, Nick J likes Zen more, but likes Damasco as a lot as yeah. I mean, there's definitely some of the some of like the DC or DA 30 or DC 30, whatever the one that that looks like the 556i. There's a lot of similarities in some of these like uh, lower end. I wouldn't say lower end, but at the beginning of the collection, um, the uh, the the gateway watches of Zin and the gateway watches of Damasco, if you know what I mean, like the 556 and the DC30, like they or the DS30. I forget. I'm sorry, guys, with the number with the code with the model names, but there's a lot of similarities between the two, and price wise, I think you get a really great deal at those lower end of the catalog from both watches. I think you get a lot more from the Damasco. I'm sorry that didn't really come out smoothly, but you guys get the idea. I think Damasco at that in that range outperforms Zen. Now, when you get higher up in the catalog with Zen, yeah, I mean, I think, um, I think, you'll see some outperformance there. I mean, there's just not enough Damasco models out there. I mean, Zen's been around a little bit longer, and their catalog is much bigger. Um, Risros, he likes the finishing much better. The design's not so much. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Damasco is still. And let me stop sharing my screen. I feel like Damasco is still a one-trick pony in a sense that they're all like flight watches. They're all pilot watches, pretty much. I mean, I know they have a couple of divers, but they all kind of sort of look the same. Where Zen, they have their divers, they have their pilots watches, they have their instrument watches, and there's a lot of variety there. So I get that. I get that. Um, what are your thoughts on Tutima and Fortis? I love Tutima. I mean, I think Tutima is a great, great brand, not really well known here in the States. Some of their higher end, I mean, they got some dress watches. I mean, I know they have like pilots watches, and I know they got divers, but some of their dress watches are precious metal dress watches are just beautiful. Fortis is great. I like Hanhart more than Fortis. And Fortis and Hanhart is like a true German, well, made in Germany as opposed to Fortis, which is Swiss. But like some of the Fortis, like the Cosmonaut, like they have like a space um, chronograph. Those are some cool watches too. But I think Fortis and Hanhart kind of like I always put them together in my mind a little bit, but I tend to prefer Hanhart a little bit more. Um, let's see here, Jeffrey. I love Zen. Might be working on the 903. 903 was one of the first Zens that really grabbed at me. Looks like the Navitimer, the Bradley Navitimer. We know the history of Zen and the Navitimer. They have a shared history. Some, almost, like they have a connection, right? And there's a story behind there. But yeah, I was really into that, and then like they switched movements. They went to the Salida 500, and I wanted a Valjoux 7750. So if you find an older 903 with a 7750, that's awesome. I mean, I'm sure the Salida 500 is great. I just like the Valjoux 7750. But now that I have one in my Guinea, like maybe like a 903, could be on the radar. But I love that Damasco chronograph. I don't know. There's something about it. Nilo, I like the Damasco without the crosshairs. I actually like the crosshairs. I mean, I like it without, but I do like the crosshairs. It gives something when you have like a plain a pilot style like that, or a Flieger dial. Having that crosshair is just an interesting feature on the dial. So I don't mind it so much. I kind of like it. I could go either way, um, but I like it. Peter C has the 104. He has the one with the red seconds hand too, and like the U50 as well. I like the U50. What I like about it, I got to bring it in because I know the dimensions are going to be great. I mean, it's 41 millimeter case diameter. I think it's got like a 47 millimeter lug to lug, but it's thin. I mean, it's just over 11 millimeters. It's thinner than the Black Bay 58, which I have and I love. So I can't wait to get that. And plus, I just love the way it looks. I think it's awesome. Um, Pierce, what's the best way to get German watches here in the States. Zin and Damascus are easy. What about the others? Yeah, so that is a little bit tricky. Obviously with Zin, you can go through Watch Buys, Damasco, you can go through Long Island Watch. Um, so there's other German brands that Watch Buys has. I mean, they have Hanhart. They have now some of handmade type watch brands that are going to get a little bit more pricey, like Kadoki, yeah, Benzinger. Um, they used to carry Nomos. They don't carry Nomos no more. If you're interested in Nomos, I don't know. I'm sure there's some ADs, Nomos ADs in the States. You can look that up. You can also buy directly from Nomos, but if you're looking for a discount or something like that, I think there are some ADs in the States. Um, like brands like Union Glajut, which is part of the Swatch Group, like there's no AD here in the States. You're gonna have to go to Chrono 24, and Union Glajut they make some beautiful, beautiful watches. Mule Glajut, I think there's some ADs. I think maybe I see them a lot on exquisitetimepieces.com. I see them on Toppers, at least pre-owned. So that's another German brand that you can possibly. And sorry about the glare, guys, on the glasses. The lighting is. I know it's distracting me, so if it's distracting you, I apologize. Um, so yeah, so you may have to dig around, and find where they sell these things, and a lot of these other brands that may not be as popular here in the States, you're gonna have to like secondary market or get from directly from the brand itself. Like I did with my Guinot, I bought it through Guinot's website, based in Germany. Same thing you could do for Archimede and De Facto and all these other brands. Um, Love the 903, the vintage layout with the blue dial is great. I love the blue dial. Love the blue dial one. Yep, that's my favorite. Engineer, thoughts on Nomos? Man, too dressy doesn't bother me. I mean, um, I just when I think of Nomos, I think of dressy watches. Now, I just did a review on a German micro brand called Fine Watches Berlin, that was lent in by that the YouTube channel Beans and Bezels. Beans lent it in. I call them Beans. I mean, I don't know. Um, and that had the same like long lugs, thin lugs that some of these Nomos models have, where the case size is just right, like a 38 millimeter, but then their lug width is like 49. Like it's just really weird. So if you know what I mean, like the skinny long lugs, and so that look kind of like turns me off a little bit. I love their club series, and I for like a hot minute was looking to pick one up maybe a few months ago, but then I kind of moved off of that. So I mean it is what it is. I mean I like Nomos. I'm not super crazy about them. I'm glad that I didn't pull the trigger on a club when I did when I had the opportunity to. I just took a moment, and it was just would have been an impulse buy, and I probably would have regretted it. But I could see why a lot of people like Nomos. I get it. You know what I mean? So it may not be for me. It's not for me, but 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 it might be for many other people. Um, let's see here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. Zen is even tough to find in stores in Austria. They seem to be more direct to consumers. Yeah, yeah, Watch Maxi, Axel from Watch Maxi. I think he lives in Frankfurt, like right down the road from the Zin factory or factory store or whatever. And I know he's got like a dozen Zins. Um, so he just goes down he just walks down the block, I guess, and buys the Zin, man. Awesome, awesome. Um, let's see here. Um, what is what is the import tax? So okay. So what did I pay? So in total for my Guinot, for example, I paid $1,800 US. That included the import tax, which was around $30 or $40. It wasn't much. I think, I forget, somebody had explained it to me that up to a certain amount there is no import tax, and then after that amount, then there is, right? So like I think maybe, and don't quote me on this, but let's say it's up to like $1,500 or $1,400, or $1,200. Let's say $1,200. Let's say $1,000, just to keep it nice and round. There's no import tax, but then after that, you pay a certain percentage. Whatever it is, the watch was like 1,650 plus. They charged me shipping, which was like 70. So it was like 17. At the end of the day, it was like maybe like 1,760, with the shipping and what the watch was worth, and then it was like another 39. It was $39 for the import tax, customs tax, or whatever it's called. So it wasn't much. What I'm getting at, it wasn't as much as I thought. Now, if I had bought that watch in Germany, it would have been way more because of VAT, or somewhere else in the European Union, whatever VAT, that tax that they have. Um, so so yeah, so I mean, look, I mean, if you're gonna buy a new watch, from in Europe, 10 grand, right? You're gonna spend on it. You're gonna probably have to pay a good amount of import tax. But if you're down closer to the more affordable range, right, you may be able to get away with not paying so much. That was my experience. So let's see here. I think, yeah, I think you're Kevin. I think you're right. I think the number is 800. But unfortunately, I think you're absolutely right. That number sounds familiar to me. 800. I think somebody else told me that. Um, okay. Slices, I've imported a lot of stuff from Germany. Varies greatly by the product. Yeah, and I think right. So like a luxury item, like a watch, may be different than like bratwurst, right? Is that what the bratwurst in Germany? Bratwurst beer, right? Right? Is that what Germany's? That's what they're known for, right? And like sprockets, right? Like black turtlenecks, and like kind of like a beatnik but club. You know, I think when I think of Germany, I think of sprockets. Let's put it that way. And German watches. You can still fill out a form and get the VAT back. Great. See, I mean, like, this is impromptu live stream, and we're getting some great information here. Who would have known? Thank you. Thank you. Oh man. Um, well, guys, I just wanted to have this impromptu chat with you guys. I love that so many people showed up. This is awesome. I can't. I'm so very thankful for all you guys who have or are subscribed, and who come on these and interact with me. This is my favorite part. This really is my favorite part of the whole thing. Very close is the hand criticizing. That's my second favorite thing about being on YouTube, about my dry hands. Lotioning up every day, fellas. Give me a month or two, and I'll have the softest, most beautiful hand model hands you've ever seen. I will Watch brands are going to be sending me watches because they're like, your hands are beautiful. Please sell our watches with your beautiful hands. That's 2021 at the Bobby Legs channel for you. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping in. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I have another chat. I know I'm beating you guys over the head with chats, streams, and then Saturday I have a chat, and then I promise no more chats until next Friday. Anyway, thanks, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.